Hey, it's Jennifer, one of your Ruby Insiders, and this week's topic is going to be about dealing with loss. It's never easy. It's really difficult. There's a lot of emotions involved, and this is not really an easy time for anyone. So I'm going to give you some ways just to help you deal with loss. A lot of the times, your friends or your family, they may hug you and they may say, don't cry, it's going to be okay. But, of course they mean well, but just know that it is okay to cry. It's okay to get those emotions out, because if you don't, they're just going to be bottled up inside and it's going to start to eat away at you. Another thing you can do as far as dealing with loss is to find yourself a hobby, find an outlet. For me personally, when I lost my sister, I wrote a lot of poetry, and that allowed me to get my emotions out on paper. It allowed me to actually physically see, what I was angry about, or to see what I was frustrated about and sad about. And it really helped me to get my emotions across and to really just express how I was feeling. And another good way to help yourself when you're dealing with loss is to find really good books that can kind of instruct you on, the grieving process, or you can even do some Google searches just on the stages of grieving. I think it's like 7. But just allow yourself to go through those stages and just read some good books, do some Google searches. And I think one really important thing to remember when you're dealing with loss is to stop asking yourself the question, why? Why did this person have to die at this age? Why did this person have to die now at this time in my life? Why is this happening to me? What does all this stuff mean? And a lot of the times you won't ever get those answers. Never allow yourself to just accept the fact that it did happen, because when you begin to accept that it did happen, you can start to begin to grieve and start to actually deal with your emotions in a healthy way, instead of being in that phase of asking why, because that creates anger, it creates bitterness and hostility in some cases. There are some things that you should not do when you're dealing with loss. So do not turn to drugs and alcohol when you're dealing with loss, because that only suppresses things and that doesn't allow you to really handle the situation and handle reality. Another thing is, don't start any self-destructive habits as far as cutting yourself. Just handle your loss as healthy as possible. Drugs and self-destructive habits aren't going to help. I myself am still going through the grieving process, so there are some things that I need to work on and work through. So just know that you're definitely not alone in this, but also just have hope, because it is possible.